Hey everybody, Director of Community Engagement Ben Lesnick here to welcome you to another exciting episode of Citizens of the Stars, the only Star Citizen community show for you, other than all the others. With that, let's throw it over to Citizen Spotlight.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Citizen Spotlight, where we take a few moments of our time to chat with the amazing content creators out there in the Star Citizen community. And joining us this week is Twitch streamer Myre. Myre, how you doing, man?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, man. Now, Myre, you've appeared on our broadcast before, including one of the very first happy hour showcases back in the day. Why don't you tell the folks who you are and what you do on Twitch?
Well, I actually have Star Citizen to thank for me being a streamer, to be honest. When I first joined the community and I joined my first organization, Test Squadron, we were playing games and there was a game called the Jackbox Party Pack that required somebody to stream. And so I bit the bullet on that one and I've been streaming ever since. Now,
there are a lot of Star Citizen streamers out there and there are more growing every single day. What should people expect when they tune in to see Myre on Twitch?
Well, I would say the community sets my stream apart. Community interaction is what I try and strive for with every single stream that I do. Whenever I'm playing any game, be it Star Citizen or anything else, the community is at the forefront. And if I'm not reading every single line of chat, then to me, I'm not really streaming.
All right, pop quiz. What was the first ship you pledged for?
Oh, my first ship was the Origin Jumpworks 315P, the exploration variant. Well, because it was shiny. It was shiny.
You looking forward to that revamp?
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that, and also seeing what exactly the 600 series has in store for us, because I might have to melt that 315P after all.
It's coming. It's coming. Finally, Myre, before we let you go, you got any message for the Star Citizen community?
No.
All right, that's Myre. No selling the message to the Star Citizen community. Let's just go to the next segment.
Hey guys, Tyler Nolan reporting in from the Austin, Texas studio. Super excited to be visiting this week, but also because I have the opportunity to put one of the Austin devs in the Quantum Questions hot seat. Joining me this week is Keegan Stanford. Hey Keegan, how's it going?
Hey Tyler, when did you get here?
Let's put 2 minutes on the clock and go. What is your name and what do you do?
My name's Keegan and I'm a DevOps engineer.
What is your primary focus in DevOps?
A lot of the work I do ends up being research and development, finding pain points in the company and how to solve them. Everything from databases to creating tools that developers can use to make their lives easier.
What kind of analytics does your team look at?
We look at a little bit of everything, all the way from things that players do in the game, like if they're shooting missiles around Crusader, to if they're sitting in Grimhex picking their nose.
What is Inclusion Mapper?
Inclusion Mapper is a tool that we created to make the process of taking assets out of the development branches so that they don't end up in public releases that we don't want released yet. So that way we can prevent asset leaks and we can reduce the size of the game.
Is there something that you've worked on recently players would know about?
Recently, I know there's been a lot of hype around the Delta Patcher. The work that I've done for that has been creating some databases to help support some of the meta information regarding the patches that we'll be releasing.
Do you have any hobbies outside of work?
I do a little bit of swing dancing, some streaming, and talk a lot about cryptocurrency.
What is the current price of Ethereum?
Probably somewhere between 180 and 220 today.
What is one of the biggest challenges your team has to deal with on a daily basis?
Probably trying to work out the best solution. We get together in rooms and we talk about it a lot, and we all have a whole bunch of different ideas on how to solve problems, and the biggest challenge is trying to find the right one and getting everyone to agree with it, because we all have such good ideas.
GDI or Brotherhood of Nod?
Nod, all the way.
How does diffusion improve gameplay performance?
Pass.
If you could choose between having a Pokemon in real life or hanging out with Disco Lando, which Pokemon would you choose?
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
What is Cabana?
Cabana is our visualizer for some of the analytics that we run through the game. So that way we can take the information about all these missiles that players are firing and put them into a nice pie graph.
And that's all the time we have. Keegan, thanks for immediately just appearing here.
Thank you.
Well, Keegan goes on the board with 10 questions answered correctly, which is actually quite surprising considering he didn't even know he was going to be on Quantum Questions. That's all from me from this week. Let's see what's going on with Alexis and Subconscious.
Is Alexis here? She's on vacation. Alexis is on vacation this week, much deserved. So Subconscious will be back next week. Bye, everybody.
Hey everyone, Tyler Whitkin here to bring you this week's top 5 and MVP. Number 5, Haska Ha for his Crusader Sunrise screenshot in 6K downsampled to 4K. Now if that name sounds familiar, it's because Haska Ha has become a bit of a legend in this community, consistently capturing and sharing some incredible in-game screenshots. Number 4, the Virginia Bar Citizen. Looks like this event was an amazing time with a great turnout. Thanks for sharing the pictures, Joran. Number 3, throughout the month of July, subscribers all have access to FreeFly the Constellation. Echo has shared his favorite screenshots from the Southern Cross Alliance's Constellation event day. Number 2, Max's Pride has taken the 3D model of the Nox and created some custom textures and renders. With a total of 4 days of work, they look fantastic. Number 1 in this week's MVP goes to Kenzie Snow for his video Star Marine Tips and Tricks. In his second episode, he goes over helpful tips to assist with utilizing the in-game HUD and radar. Great work and congratulations.
Well, that just about wraps up this edition of Citizens of the Stars. Thank you all for tuning in, for making this sort of program possible. Very special thank you to Myre and, of course,
Keegan Stanford
for appearing on this program. We will see you next week. If you're in Germany, I would encourage you to check out GameStar, which has a cover story about Star Citizen. That should be available digitally right now and on newsstands real soon now. With that, we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.